Hey Marlene, it's Daphne here. Lovely to hear from you as always, and well done being so kind of motivated and keeping going. And sometimes it's really hard to keep going at the moment, but you're doing fantastically well. That essay title about the man on the moon, I think you should do that actually next. I think anything that freaks you out, do it. Now's your time. Do it and get the confidence that it doesn't matter what question you get, you can still do it. What I would do is break that question down into small parts. It's not really talking about the man on the moon. It's talking about achievements and things that have changed. So just please do that next. It will be really interesting to see what you say. But if you have a title like that, don't panic. Just break it down. What is it really saying to me? What does it really want me to say? And sort of calm yourself down and then do it, because I know you can. So this is interesting. Here we go. Some people feel the effects of advertising are positive and others think they're negative. Discuss both sides. Okay, interesting one. Again, yes, there's been a few about advertising. Latest trends advertised by multiple possibilities have increasingly impacted global markets and most societies by their private households and companies respectively. Now, the latest trends, it has to be because you're being specific here, the ones being advertised. The latest trends advertised by multiple possibilities. Now, I think you need to say here what you mean. Just be more clear. Advertised through or on. So on multiple channels, we would say, such as social media, or advertised on a wide range of medium, you'd have to say, which includes like TV, newspaper, that sort of thing. Have increasingly impacted global markets and most societies by their private households and companies respectively. I don't think you need that. Sometimes I think your first sentence is too complicated. I know you want to make a general statement and I know you want to make impact, but sometimes if you look back, sometimes your first sentences are slightly too complicated and then you get going. Yeah? So maybe just start with this. Yeah? Maybe in your next essay, start here and then add that in afterwards. Yeah? Add that in at the end almost, because this is fine. But this one, by their private household, I think it's the preposition that's the problem. But I don't think you necessarily need that. You could stop there. Impacted global society, markets and most societies. Stop. Yeah. Because by is a German translation there, and I'm not quite sure what you mean, if I'm honest. So if you went the latest trends advertised on multiple channels such as social media or advertised on a wide range of medium have increasingly impacted global markets and most societies in their ability to change behaviour. You could have that. So it's the advertisement's ability to change behaviour. It could be that. Yeah? Professional marketing experts and psychologists discuss evolving effects of advertising like the improved economy, but also downsides. So you've got lovely tenses there. Here I would put frequently discuss, like they do it often. If you just go discuss present tense there, it's a little bit brutal almost. It seems a bit hard, like a bit hard. This is softer. Frequently discuss the evolving effects of advertising, like improved economy, but also downsides like bullying among youngsters. In my opinion, advertising of certain products, I'd go plural there, is required to launch it at worldwide markets, but might disadvantage some of the young consumers due to a recent survey. Not due to a recent survey, according to. Due to is because of. But you don't need that. Cut that there. Yeah. So this intro needs to be really tight, really sharp. Okay. You don't need too much in there. You need quite a lot in there because you're talking about positives and negatives, which is good, which you've done that. But don't make it too long. And almost if you just have this, you're okay. Yeah. When a new innovative product was created, is created. Yeah? Entrepreneurs mostly rush to commercialize it in order to improve their sales figures. Good. Okay. Sales. Mostly rush, that means some don't. I think the word you want there is usually. Okay? So we're talking little words here. The little, these very important words for academic writing. Frequently. Sometimes. Often. Usually. Before the verb. Okay? Before the verb. They're quite useful. They are just quite nice in academic writing. Rather than making a big statement, which is not true always, it's just sort of softer. So usually rush to commercialize it. Absolutely. In order to improve their sales figures. Either the classical variants of ads, just one, in newspapers, radio, TV, or the additional popular and fast-moving method of the internet. Good. It's frequently used. Yeah, you've got it there. Lovely. It works, doesn't it, to gain fame? Yeah, gain fame. I raise awareness. I think that's really important. Another good expression. So write these down, these new words, if you need them. The valuing of an item by Jingles, Colours and Quality Test targets. Now, you don't target to address. That's the same thing. So it targets potential customers. Potentially is an adverb. Potential is an adjective. Potential customers by memorizing these products later in stores. And now, not by memorizing. By encouraging them to memorize. Because it's not, the adverts aren't the memory. You want the customer to do the memory by encouraging them to memorize, or who then remember these products. So either of those two would be good. Okay. A recent study indicated that advertising massively influenced an interested buyer by about 80%. Advertising we need to turn this around. Indicated that advertising massively influenced an interested buyer by this should be up here. That an advertised product massively influenced by that. I don't like massively. You don't need it really, because influence an interested buyer by about 80% more than, you need more than, that's it. More than the less advertised product. Okay? So, indicated that advertised products, let's go S, influence an interested buyer by about 80% more than less advertised ones, you could say. Yeah, that's my mistake because I just moved it. What I needed there was to be absolutely clear what the subject was. So the subject is this. So you have to have your subject in here before your verb coming in there. Yeah? So that works. You had advertising, which could work, but you need to have the more than in there. The reason there's lots of things to pick up in here, and I don't want you to worry about it, is because you're writing much more complex sentences now. So sometimes it just takes me a little bit of time, even if there's one tiny mistake in there, and just sometimes need to undo the sentence before we can put it back together again. But I don't want you to worry about this. This is because you're writing in a really good way, and you're really pushing. It's ambitious. It's fantastic. Business revenues absolutely depend on well-placed advertising, whereas customers may be satisfied with the purchased possess products. What's that one there? Or just with their purchases, maybe. Okay, so I just want to go back up to this title again here. So advertising is positive for individuals and business. Yeah, absolutely. Well done. So you have completely answered in that very short paragraph. You've really answered that. You've said it works for business and it works for customers because they remember them. So good on that, on task achievement, answering that. Well done. However, psychologists and youth workers especially have emphasised the drawbacks of advertising related to growing bullying figures and crime numbers. Teenagers are still in their personal and emotional development and could be harmfully affected by advertising trends within peer groups, lower economic background children. So I would actually do it this way. Children from, I don't think you can make that into an adjective, from lower economic backgrounds, comma, may not have the opportunity to afford branded items and therefore might be at risk of bullying. Watch out the little prepositions. Moreover, to overcome this issue, either these issues or this issue, a recent survey found that almost 80% of all thefts committed by were linked to previous bullying within specific age groups or that age group. Absolutely, it's a very, very good point. Yes, within specific age groups, yeah, because you're just talking about teenagers, you're not talking about other age groups, okay? To conclude, advertising is an indispensable and sufficient method. Successful method, hey, method to sell products and boost economies, the economy or economies, which is primarily adverb here because it's going with a verb, targeted by businesses but might be dangerous for younger individuals. Good. I think that parents, educationists and other support systems should consider such destroying effects and intervene early. Good, really good. To regulate. To do what? To regulate is what you're saying. Yeah. So, I mean, very good here. It kind of picked up. Here, it's only just some of the sentence structures didn't quite work, but hopefully that's a bit clearer. Here, this bit here. I love this sentence, but I think just make sure don't try and be too complicated at the beginning, okay? I think maybe that's what takes up a lot of your time, is to try and think of an amazing statement. When you write the essay, maybe just for a few essays now, just start here, or start here, and then put that in at the end once you've relaxed a bit. But you're doing really, really well. These are difficult subjects and you're really pushing yourself. Over time, yeah, how much? Let's try and keep this to time if we can. Boys, cultural, leisure, girls. Okay, so we're comparing the boys and girls and we're comparing the different things. What can we see that's together or similar? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the two pie charts compare the proportion of preferred cultural and leisure activities in children split by gender. Just split. Overall, most chosen hobby for boys. Hobby of boys. Of boys. Hobby of boys. Okay, you can have of or for. Was playing computer games, whereas girls enjoyed reading the most. Lovely. The favourite leisure activity for boys accounted for computer games. No. This one, you'd have to turn it round. Computer games accounted for the favourite leisure activity. You'd have to put that as your subject. Then this is your verb. Yeah? That way around. Because accounted for, you have to have this. Computer games accounted for the favourite leisure activity for boys. Okay. Or the favourite leisure activity for boys was registered as computer games. You'd have to have a passive verb in there, slightly under a third, which was nearly double that of female teenagers at under a fifth, that particular section. Excellent. Reading was the least exciting choice for boys. Significantly practiced, but fantastic. Practiced by, I don't know if I practice reading, but I do enjoy reading. By the girls. Excellent. This is fantastic. Additionally, sporting activities were famous. Not famous. Famous for me is like a celebrity or something. Were popular. Were strong preferences. Basketball was recorded at 26%, which twice the amount of soccer, followed by skateboarding. Good. Whereas girls were frequently involved in dancing. Netball was the least chosen leisure activity. Do you know what? That is the best one of those I've read for a long time. That is excellent. In 155 words, you've nailed it. Yeah? Do you know that expression? You've nailed it. That means you've got that absolutely perfect. Well done. Super good. Really good. I'm thinking what might help you in these ones is reading more. Yeah? Because I know reading is not your most popular thing, but sometimes the word order is still slightly strange. And if you read as much as you can in English, you will, and think about word order, think about how these sentences are put together word by word. I think that might help you. Not just IELTS reading, which is really boring, reading that you can enjoy. Yeah. Try and get hold of some, or even online, just read some magazines in English, read some newspapers in English, something that might just give you a little boost there. But really well done, as always, amazing, and lovely to hear from you.